Hi, this is Celine Navarro for twopeasinAbucket.com. I'm Gargar at Two and I am your host this week for the Inspired video. So this week I'm going to create a double page layout inspired by this month's mood board. This mood board has everything I love. I mean, green is my favorite color. And I love the contrast that you can see on the black and white pictures, all the frames and kind of scripting kind of things. I really like this at the moment, and with all these tiny pink and red splashes here and there to just get another contrast on the color combo is exactly what I really like at the moment. So when I saw the mood board, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun creating my layout inspired by this mood board. So basically, here's the layout that I created inspired by the mood board this month. These are the products that I used for my layout. I used some products from the new Amy Tangerine line for American Crafts, the Deal-Easy new line for American Crafts, and some Studio Calico line that I got at 2 Peas in a Bucket. Okay, so what I did here is that I worked on a double page layout. Each page is 8.5 by 11 inches. And on the left page, I printed, well, first I did it, my picture from the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and printed it on a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. What I did is that I created the frame that is on the top of the Eiffel Tower saying that I'm proud to be French, and that was really easy to create. I mean, you just need to create a frame and write your title there. That's it. And considering the other layout on the right side is that I used the Studio Calico pattern paper and then use some gesso to actually have a more white kind of look, and then I added my journaling with the computer, and that's it. Now I'm going to show you what I did with the video. Okay, so let's get started. So what you have to do first is that you need to cut your right page into 8.5 by 11 inches, and then I'm going to use this roll to actually get a really thin layer of gesso. I don't want to cover the entire pattern paper here. I mean, there's no point in covering a pattern paper. I would have worked on a white cardstock instead. So basically with that roll, I will get a really thin layer so that it will get some, I will get some transparency and we'll still see through the layer of paint. And then I'm just going to use my heat gun to make it dry faster so that I can work on it right away and start working with my picture and my journaling. Once it's dry, I'm going to run it through my printer to write my journaling and print it with my inkjet printer. To get your journaling printed on a background like this, it's really easy. You just go in Photoshop and open a new file that is 8.5 by 11, and then you're just going to drag the text tool wherever you want on the file, on the background, and then you're just going to type your journaling and print it. That's it. You just need to do a test through your printer and see which side it's going to print. I mean, with the background that I'm using here, I've got some text and everything, so it was very important for me to check on which side I needed to put my paper into my printer. So now that I have my journaling printed on my background, I just glue two pictures, two portraits of me that I edited, one in black and white and one in color, so that I can get both effect that I get on the mood board. I mean, the black and white and the color. And I'm just going to build my design as a column. Okay, so basically my picture are driving the whole design vertically on my picture. So here I just found the right sentence to put right under the Eiffel Tower, so excuse me for that. And yeah, so I'm using some soft colors at once, and then I want a tiny bit of contrast, comparing of the black and white and the cold colors that I'm using here, especially the white and the green and a tiny bit of blue. So I'm using a little bit of red here and there, exactly like on the mood board. And then I'm just going to use some of those puffy stickers that I really love here and there. And then I won't move too much far from the column that my picture created as a design thing on my layout. So I'm playing with ribbons and everything. Be careful with the ribbons though, because as you're working on a surface that is covered with paint, you need to be careful the way that you're going to rub the ribbon here and there. So now I'm adding a tiny bit of ink, some Mr. Yui mist from Studio Calico here and there, because I really want to get some kind of freestyle kind of look for this layout, because on my left page I just want it to stay rather simple. Okay, I just want it to be black and white. I don't want to add any color. I don't want to add a lot of things. I might be interested in, you know, adding some ink splatters here and there. But on that one, I want to experiment. I want to play with some colors. I want to add more green on this layout. I want to, you know, get something more vibrant so that my double page will be like more interesting, eye-catching. I will get more contrast with two different pages here. So when I use the heat gun, I'm going to make bigger marks of inks and colors on my layout. And this helped me get my layout dry faster so that I can actually add my title and continue embellishing now that it's dry. So now one of the last thing that I'm going to do with this layout is add my title using some of Amy Tangerine stickers. And then I'm going to use those tiny stickers that I love. I mean, I can use those over and over again on every single layout and mini album. And then I'm going to create some kind of a pattern using this Studio Calico roller stamp. I'm going to add a couple of words here and there, and that will get an extra contrast, and that will ring a bell of my black and white picture of the Eiffel Tower. The last thing is that I'm going to use some of those Dear Lizzy badges, and this is it. Maria is done, and well, I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, that you got inspired, and I truly recommend you to get inspired by this month's mood board, because it's gorgeous and really trendy, and you really want to give it a try. So thank you for watching, and see you on 2peasinAbucket.com. Thank you, bye bye.